Welcome back to Bobblehead Homestead. My name is Jeff. I did some weed whacking last night. Cooled down right before dark. Still had some energy left for the day. Got it done. Today I'm out here while I was weed whacking. I noticed some trees growing back. And they'll keep, you keep mowing over them, they'll keep growing back. And so I want to dig them up, and then you're done with it. And then it's just regular weeds, not trees. I put some sweat into this little garden, flower garden thingy, so I'm gonna make sure that I do what I need to do. When you plant seeds, you need to water it every time. It needs to be watered. You cannot let those seeds dry out or poof, they are done. So I've been watering this a couple times a day. A couple items from comments on this honeysuckle. So this is a native honeysuckle to Arkansas, but what we mostly see around here is it's Japanese honeysuckle or an Asian honeysuckle. Those are invasive and they are fast growing. You're right, some honeysuckle will just take over an entire place lickety split, and that's why you see more of that around than you see of the native honeysuckle. So this native honeysuckle is slow growing. I would love for it to take off like the invasive stuff, but it is slow growing, and I'll be lucky. I planted that last year. I didn't give it any attention. It just got planted, and it barely grew a foot. So I'm hoping this year with some attention, maybe it'll grow another 3-5 feet if I'm lucky. Probably more like 2 or 3 feet it'll grow this year. So this is not the invasive honeysuckle that grows everywhere and is fast growing. This is a native trumpet variety, and I'm not sure if it'll be red or yellow. I don't remember which variety, but ooh, that's a yellow, I don't know, it's a yellow bird. Let's see if I can catch it. Anyway, honeysuckle's good. Keep your stuff watered. Cardboard helps to retain moisture. Same with all those leaves and branches and stuff. That helps to retain the moisture so they will sprout and grow well. It's not going to hurt to water this watermelon and zucchini and squash. So I've got 6 Jubilee watermelons. That's what the big box store had. 2 crookneck squash and 1 zucchini, which is a squash. Now in the comments there was some talk about cross-pollination, and that is a thing. However, they've got to be in the same family, and the watermelon is in a different family than the squash is. So they are, the watermelon and the squash, they can't cross-pollinate. Now the crookneck squash and the zucchini squash, they're in the same family. They can cross-pollinate. And what will happen is that doesn't affect the crop this year. But next year, if they cross-pollinate, they produce weird hybrid seeds, then if you grow those seeds, the harvest next year would be affected by the cross-pollination. So cross-pollination is not going to affect them in the current year. It would affect future generations. So I've got nothing to worry about here except them, squash bugs will probably wipe them out. That's what I've got to worry about. But I don't have to worry about the cross-pollination. Now next year, if I want crookneck squash and zucchini, I should probably go buy seeds instead of growing these, because those two will cross-pollinate. Pumpkins are another thing that I believe they're in the squash family. So a pumpkin and zucchini and squash, those can cross-pollinate, and the next generation would you'll have some weirdo hybrids, but should be okay this year. Grumpy, what are you doing, Grumpy? It's not dinner time yet. All right, shady spot, ignore me like usual. I got good news today. The tracks are here, and Wiley has me scheduled for tomorrow to go pick them up and try to get both of them on. I did get 2 new tracks, so I'm going to do both of them at the same side. We knew the one side was bad, so we went and inspected the other side. It's starting to crack a lot. I'm sure they're probably both the same age. So I went ahead, bit the bullet, and these should last me years and years and years. Little story on that. I tried to order a set of tracks, and a couple days later they notified me that they couldn't ship it to my address because it's not a commercial address. I'm like, well, why did you wait 2 days to tell me that? They had the best price. So I contacted another company, and I asked them if they would match the price and whether or not they deliver to residential or if it has to be commercial. And they told me pretty much everybody has to go to commercial address. It assures them they've got a way to unload it and easily. Because like getting a semi truck into here is just going to be a huge pain for them. And yeah. So anyway, I found them. They matched the price, and they got them to me a day early. So we're all good for the tracks. So I have been babying this Caterpillar skid steer for the past few days because of that track. It keeps slipping. So because it keeps slipping with some of those notches underneath that have ripped off, you can't turn as easily. So getting stuck in tight spaces, and the thing about these tracks, if one of these tracks, breaks off, you've got to repair it where it sits. So I do not want to do that. So I've just been using this front hoe. It's not, all the front hoe action is hydraulic, so it's not putting a strain on the tracks. Like the stump bucket, you need that traction from the tracks and the momentum with the stump bucket for it to do its job. So I did not want to be using the stump bucket and the other stuff while I'm waiting on this track. So, okay, with that said, right now, I'm going to go on a little baby tree hunt. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all. I'm going to go hunt for trees that are growing back that are going to be in my way in the future. That's enough fun for one day. It's about 6 o'clock. Maybe I'll get this video out tonight. If not, tomorrow morning. Big day tomorrow. The tracks came in and I'm getting new tracks. New tracks for the skid steer. And then there'll be nothing wrong with it. Yeah, flail mower. I've not been using the flail mower. It needs, Wiley came over and looked at it and he was giving me some great tips and suggestions. So it needs a washer and I ordered that. So it should be here today or tomorrow. And I need to readjust the roller. It's set at the bottom setting, which is too low. So it's the flail, things that are flailing, hammers, are hitting the ground and you don't want that. So I gotta raise, lower, whatever, raise the roller so it's higher up off the ground when I'm going over it. And with that track slipping constantly, I was constantly out there fighting it today. I just would not, you know, you've got to maneuver to get turned around. When the track's working right, you just, you know, turn around right on a dime. But it ain't doing that right now with that track slipping. So hopefully that'll be taken care of with a set of new tracks. And I can get that washer on and get that roller lowered a little bit. And then I can start, start seeing what that flail mower can do. But the front hose has been keeping me busy anyway. All right, that's enough yapping for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. Take it easy.